So are you ready to get a second life? I know. Most of us are all too busy with the first one, but in many ways, a second life can enhance the first. Second Life is an online 3D virtual world where we can create avatars or cartoon characters that we can embody to live, learn, work, and play in this brave new world. This is me, or at least me in Second Life. Meet my avatar, also known as To Be Writer, and I'll show you a part of NC State's campus that you've never visited before. This is North Carolina State's virtual campus on the Wolflands Island in Second Life. We'll begin with a special parcel of the island designed to encourage the exploration of literature, particularly young adult literature. It's called the Book Hinge, and you can see that it's modeled after the famous Stonehenge, which was a sanctuary-like place. So Book Hinge is a sanctuary for those who want to discuss, reflect upon, and contemplate young adult literature and its potential relevance in the lives of teenagers. As you can see, I can walk around this place and it has this strange immersive quality. I don't feel so much like I'm watching myself as I feel like I'm moving around the Book Hinge. The Book Hinge was designed to serve as a place where our class could sit around the campfire and talk about books, where you can return to plan and collaborate with classmates. In Second Life, you'd think you wouldn't need anything so mundane as a place to sit, but strangely, avatars really prefer to sit when they're engaged in conversation. So there are these programmed ways for people to sit. They're called sit balls. You not only sit, but you have this certain pose that you assume when you sit. Just know that pink and blue mean the same thing in Second Life as in real life. Second Life isn't controlled by our time-space continuum. You can meet here with anyone from any part of the globe and feel that you're in the same place anytime, or beyond this world. NASA is actually exploring the use of the Second Life environment, or something similar, so astronauts on that long journey to Mars can still interact with family, friends, and collaborators here on Earth, so they won't feel so isolated and alone. But something that is really different in Second Life is that you get to choose the time of day. You can select sunrise, noon, sunset, and midnight. And in Second Life, there are beautiful sunsets. And I've certainly seen more lovely sunrises than I have in real life. Frankly, the Book Hinge was designed to look best at midnight, with its glowing torches that cast shadows and contribute to the mysterious look of this place that time didn't forget and doesn't control. I'm interested in Second Life because I want to see how much an immersive environment can contribute to compelling discussions about literature. When minds meet at the Book Hinge, you feel as though you're in the same place under the same midnight moon. One way our talented builder, Ajax Quinnell, shared this figment of his imagination with us and made it seem so real is by bringing just enough bits of real life to this place. For example, you'll find creatures everywhere, and you'll find some of the most adorable little animals that we sometimes take for granted, but we take a look and there, of all things, is a little, well, what is it? It's a little squirrel. My goodness. And these little squirrels run around and they're constantly underfoot and they eat acorns and they're so realistic, but fortunately, they don't reproduce, so there's just enough squirrels in our Book Hinge. The other amazing thing that Ajax did in this environment is that there are ruins of the Book Hinge left by an ancient civilization that extend off into the water. And so we'll go underwater. We'll see beautiful fishes, and we begin to see the ruins, and we see what's this behind the grasses here? We'll see an ancient galley, or just what's left of it here underwater. This is a fascinating place, and you just want to swim around with the fishes and see what's to be found here. What is this? Spewing toxic waste. There are barrels of what looks like toxic waste left by some ancient civilization, or sometimes we shudder and think this could perhaps be a futuristic place. So let's take a little walk now to explore the rest of the Wolflands. Suni Homewood and her team at North Carolina State University really deserve a lot of credit for their vision and inventiveness in creating this wonderful place. There are little bits of reality, a beautiful old oak with a swing, a picnic table where you can sit and for hours and collaborate with friends. As you walk along this beautiful flora-filled path, a little hummingbird may swoop down, makes a friend, and will fly around the island with you. We're reaching the College of Design that's different in purpose and design than the Bookhinge. It's more of an exhibit area where the College of Design students can display their work, show what they're up to in their studies. It can also easily become a place to meet if we'd like to. Now, the Wolflands is just one island at this point, and many of the colleges and schools and the university have begun to build spaces like we have at the Bookhinge, like the School of Design here. There's this College of Textiles and their space. You can see the brickyard here as we walk across it. So we're expecting that soon we'll need more islands in the Wolflands. So I'm getting a little tired of walking, so I think I'll fly for the rest of my tour. It's wonderful to be able to fly around in Second Life, and I really appreciate the design that Suni Homewood and her team came up with. What they wanted to do was to show some of the iconic landmarks at NC State, but update them so we sort of recognize them, but it's a whole new century here. This is a little coffee shop that I just flew by. We won't take time to go inside, but I do recommend the lattes. There's the bell tower. It looks like a rocket ship. Again, another kind of modernized cartoon version. Now, we tend to prefer real wide open spaces in Second Life. Don't want to be hemmed in. But this library has the best of both worlds with its see-through walls and very open spaces. And it has seats, again, that avatars like to recline in and discuss, listen to a lecture, participate. In Second Life, the builders have the best time. They can build in so many layers, and we, the inhabitants, can have a great time flying around, up, down, sideways. There's so much to see. And be sure and stop by Wolf Mountain, and at the top, beautiful Wolf overlooking the island here. Again, everywhere you look, you're just so inspired by the creativity. If you can imagine it, you can build it here in Second Life. And if you can build it, they will come. So let's fly back to the Bookhinge, and as we fly over the island, we'll see that the layout is just so perfect with lots of empty spaces balancing out all the spaces chocked full of interesting things. And it's meant to be pleasing to the eye and relaxing. So let's relax a bit and give my avatar a rest. We'll pull back and enjoy the sunset with the dolphins frolicking in the channel just in front of the Bookhinge. Thanks for joining me on my tour. Rest up and then let's go explore.